You're tuning in to the AfterBuzz TV, the Realness After Show. Check it out after this.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV.
Episode 9.
And now, let the buzz begin.
Yep, thank you.
The realness, y'all.
Thanks, Jackie. While you're
The
down.
realness.
I just service everybody.
So we're going to start that way,
It just looked awkward. I can tell it looked awkward.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another after show. I can't talk already.
Oh, dear.
AfterBuzz TV after show for RuPaul's Drag Race. Episode 9, The Realness. This is it, guys. Are you going to do that all day long?
No.
Okay. I'm Kenny Harrison. You can find me on Twitter at Kenny C. Harrison. Sitting next to me is giving me
1, 2, 3, Jackie B on all platforms.
I love your eyelashes.
I love that. Fabulous. I love your
If you
hair.
can see them, they're detailed.
Yeah, they are very detailed.
Sitting next to Jackie,
Lorraine Love in the house.
also known as,
Mark J. Freeman.
Hi, Lorraine.
and next to Lorraine Love / Mark J. Freeman is.
I'm Jay, and I am on Instagram at don't_be_jealous and Twitter at still_jealous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys want to start with shout outs? I feel like we get the
Yeah.
shout outs.
Yeah, sure.
Because I think people, they want to hear their names first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they want to turn it off. Thanks,
Yeah,
Kenny.
so.
Yeah.
So
I heard my
allowed-
name, checking
you're
out.
not-
Bye.
I gotta apologize to the lit masturbator because he sent me something last week and I said it was from somebody else, so I wanted to apologize. So thank you, lit masturbator.
Nice.
But he has really,
Rupology.
really good comments.
Yeah, RuPology.
RuPologize.
Hopefully you accept my RuPologize. My RuPologize. RuPaul. Whatever.
RuPology.
Moving on.
Oh, we have so
Shout
many people
out
in the
to
Jackie.
Bobby Hensley.
Oh, I had him on mine too.
Aww.
We all saw his tweet.
And then shout out to some iTunes viewers. iTunes is a good way to comment because I don't know, they tell us to say that.
They told us to say that.
No, it really is good
Yeah, we're
because
getting
then
paid lots of money to tell people to say that.
it's good to comment on iTunes because then people can find our show and then they can find AfterBuzz TV and then our advertisers will pay to keep the lights on at AfterBuzz TV. So Geek on Fleek likes our show. Feels like gossip with my friends. And the other one is Luxury713 and says simply amazing, love it.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yay.
Thank you.
You guys on the other side of the table?
You want to go first?
Yeah, so I had Paulo Marquez, who's very nice. He's been commenting on our videos. Mr. Henry, who's also a gamer, so I'm happy to hear that. And then Ahmed Al-Niyama, I hope I'm getting that right. He may be with us in the live chat right now. I'm trying to check. I'm trying not to be distracted, but if you are, I'm actually going to say hi to you guys in just a minute. So thank you all for watching on our YouTube channel and then live chatting with us. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got?
And then I'm just going to give a shout out to...
Kenny, that's us.
I'm sorry.
The live chat, you don't have to click the button.
Here comes that grinder noise, guys.
I apologize. Carry on, Mark. Carry
Always
on.
Kenny.
Sorry.
I can read my hand right now.
Regina?
Regine Hunter's Wigs, Porter Pizzazz. He said on Twitter the other day, he was like, we were his final three in Miss
Oh,
Congeniality.
yeah.
And then I said, I better get Miss Congeniality. I said, you'd be my Congeniality. So I told him I'd give him a shout out. And then I also want to give a shout out to the RuPaul's Drag Race recap guys, Daniel, Taylor, and Joel, because I finally got to listen to their thing. And I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
I do want to say, though, Jinx did lip sync, guys. They said that
Jinx
she
did
did,
lip
but
sync.
she did.
Somebody corrected them on that. Yeah, and it's Jinx against Detox, which was one of my favorite
That
Jinx
was a
moments.
really
Yeah.
good lip
Yeah.
sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only two, and I could be wrong, the only two winners that I can remember are Tyra Sanchez, she never lip synced for a live,
Right.
and Bianca Del Rio
Yeah.
never lip synced.
Did Violet Chachki?
Okay, so 3 from out of the 7 previous winners. I can't remember if Chad did it on All Stars.
Yeah.
I don't think
she
Sharon
Yeah,
did.
she lip synced the first one against...
Did she? Okay. I
For
can't
All Stars, it
remember.
was her against Mimi I'm First.
Someone.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't think Sharon
And
did
I
that.
actually thought Mimi I'm First out lip syncer, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah. One more quick shout out.
That's All Stars, which we'll be back for.
Ronnie Jr., thank you for watching. He's an alumni from AfterBuzz TV. He used to run our engineer for this actual show. So he
cool.
sent Jack and I a sweet email earlier.
Oh, that was
And
the...
he
Yeah.
used to work with Michelle Visage.
Yeah, so
Okay.
hi Ronnie, it's good to hear from you.
Thank you for your
It was
nice
a
words.
Pleasant surprise. Okay,
Oh, wait, I'm not done.
Oh.
We have fans also in Finland, China, Denmark, Brazil, Germany, Greece, and Singapore.
And
Yes.
Slovakia.
And Slovakia.
So many.
And South
Tina.
Carolina.
And
Don't
South
forget-
Carolina.
Don't forget South Carolina.
And New
That's
England.
Because it's
foreign-
just like
it's
Slovakia.
So far away.
Slovakia.
So far away. Jamie, you were gonna say
Fans.
something?
Oh, I was gonna do 2 fans of the week because we may or may not be here next week. They are Noe.
Oh, no
He-
way.
Yeah,
Sweetie.
he sent me his name, but I think it's pronounced Noe.
Yeah, I think so,
because he pronounces it so much more beautiful than I do.
Right.
And I'm white-tastic. So, and then Cyrus XXX. was the fan of the
Awesome.
week.
Congratulations, fan of the week. Keep it coming. Thank you for joining us. I always forget this, but if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for joining us. If you're downloading us on iTunes, thank you for listening.
Yes.
All right. So let's start with Untucked for our episode 8.
perfect.
I think when you get down to this part of the competition, it becomes, I think behind the scenes become a little less interesting because there was only 5 of them.
Yeah.
And
I actually liked this one.
oh, okay.
I
Well,
thought it was interesting.
tell me why.
Because I liked kind of the shade that was being thrown around, especially about
Oh.
how Derek's outfit looks like a middle school scrapbook. I thought there were some funny comments.
Yeah.
And a lot of them coming from Kim Chi, which I
Yeah.
find it very surprising. Not surprising, but it's very interesting that
She's blossomed.
she's coming up with these little quips, and I really enjoy them.
Well, Mark and I just got our tickets to the RuPaul Museum to see Derek Barry's outfit that's going to be displayed on there.
So back up. So you got tickets to go to Jackie's apartment to see his outfit in the bunny cage. Got it. Okay. How much were the tickets, by the way? How much did you charge them?
Look what I wrote.
$50.
RuPaul, this is what I wrote.
$50 each.
RuPaul Museum equals Derek. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Ru kidding me?
Yeah. Ru kidding me.
Just
yeah.
kidding. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I thought that was hilarious. And then Kimchi's like, you would wear this for real? But yeah, Kim kind of was going at Derek.
She was the claws came out. But it was, you know what, the funny thing I find with Kim Chi, as opposed to other contestants in the past, it's never like malicious.
She's not malicious,
It's
no.
not. And
No.
it's kind of matter of fact.
Yeah.
And even with Naomi
You
Smalls
suck.
last week,
That's a fact.
you know,
That's a fact.
You know, when she said, I like you, but I don't like your drag, that was just a matter of fact. And I think we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good
agree
for
with that.
Kim Chi.
Although in the fashion photo review, Mark and I were
no.
talking about this. How first it seems weird that I think when they're seeing the photos, they're not seeing their faces.
That was
Up
the
until
first time.
last week.
That was
last week.
Oh, last week they got to see him.
Yeah, they got to see him
Yeah.
last week as well.
Well, I think they kind of figured they know who
Who
they
is-
are.
yeah, who is who.
So what's the point in covering the face?
Right.
Well, maybe when there's more of them, it's a little bit harder to guess. I guess.
I
maybe.
prefer them not to see faces. Although
Because then they make comments about how Derek's makeup looks beautiful.
right. Because they tooted his his outfit and booted Kim Chi's.
Cheese.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not defending them because I don't agree with that at all. However, Kim
course you
Chi's,
don't.
there was an explanation that I don't think that Raja and Raven saw that the bud from the baby became this
Right.
flower.
Right.
So I think if they would have known the story, they might have changed their mind about it. But I don't. The fact that they had eyebrows and put them up there didn't make her makeup fantastic. So Raven, we're gonna talk raw for tequila shots later.
But she did, I will say this, on Instagram, I guess last week, she posted a photo of her now with eyebrows done like high up but not like a weirdo and comparison. But then again, it's like you don't know if she actually did those eyebrows herself.
Right.
Like you don't know if she did that
It's
makeup
team,
herself.
probably.
That
No, that's Raven and,
I thought
and
you were
Derek. No, I was
You
talking
should
about
saw that.
Derek.
Yeah,
I was talking
pretty.
about Derek.
He's sending a photo around of.
I need to. I put it on my. It's on my Instagram. I do believe so.
Or
at
no, you
Lorraine
sent it
Love.
on Twitter too. I think
Oh, I
got
did.
it. Yeah.
Okay,
I think
a comparison of Raven's makeup to Derek.
So go to
Yes.
at Lorraine Love to see that picture.
Yeah.
Just my hard time with Derek is that whenever they say like, what would you have done? She just doesn't have an answer. Like there's no,
Yeah.
and like I wanted to pick a green that complimented the purple.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I
Like-
mean, I get. Okay, so and I'm right there with you. Trust.
Are you gonna defend?
But I just.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm bracing myself because
No.
I hear a go.
No,
say it.
I like once she like. I'm gonna give her a little slack.
a little slack.
I I mean, just the fact that she was being so specific about where, like, I couldn't see that from where I was
Oh my
sitting.
gosh.
I know.
It took 8
It took her getting eliminated for me to be nice to her.
Right.
But I kind of get that, and to an extent, I get it to an extent, like that she actually was putting some thought into that. It was still horrible.
But
Don't get me wrong.
It's one of those things where you needed Hawkeye vision to see it. Like the judges couldn't see it, and they probably were like, what, 10 feet away. So
Yeah.
I was just
And
like,
the playbills hanging off her hips. I was done.
My heart's beating so fast that I could punch a hole through the wall that you just said
Sinking.
something nice.
Sinking. See what happens? My chair sings.
this room
when I'm being nice.
combust in
This
like
is
10
amazing. I'm obsessed.
And that's it. I will never say anything nice about her again.
I'm happy that you embraced Derek Barry. Like,
Okay, let's not push it.
Like, she
I
embraced
didn't
the material.
embrace her.
Embrace the material.
Did not
I
embrace
love that
her.
Mark decided to join Derek Barry's fan club.
I'm still offering you a ride to Vegas to go see
I
a
said
show.
if you pay for the ticket, I will go.
Hey.
I'm just not. I'll bring the tomatoes.
Will they be rotten?
I was gonna say, was anyone else annoyed that you couldn't hear Naomi's mother in the video?
Okay, yes.
No.
Did you
I
notice
thought
that?
I could hear her.
It was just so, like, usually it's put up and you can kind of.
Right.
It was just so kind of like
First of
playing
all,
in the background.
I feel like the quality of these videos are just horrible. I mean, it's
Well, they're shooting it at home.
Well, it's also, I mean, come on, we have iPhones now.
Yeah.
iPhones, you can make movies. Tangerine was shot with an
Right.
iPhone.
So
and it
Naomi
looked-
Small's mom probably she
Well,
lives in
you
Redlands,
know,
doesn't she?
Yeah.
Flip phone.
I'm just saying
Right.
this because I was born in San Bernardino.
but-
I don't think she knows how to
Yeah,
use
girl.
an iPhone.
But I mean, her message was cute, and it was just. But again, it's just one of those things where it's kind of getting too played out and untucked.
The message
You
from
mean the
message.
videos?
Yeah,
I
the
liked
video.
that
I
video
know
because
you do,
we
'cause you're
because
sad.
no, the whole time Naomi's been talking about how much she loves her mom and how much her mom has like influenced her
Yeah.
life.
I mean-
and so I've kind of
And
felt
then
like
all
we
of a sudden,
needed.
we have a video of her mom.
I feel like we needed one at this point. You know,
I could have done.
she talked about her mama the whole time.
It's trying to strike that sensitivity. And I said it a couple of episodes. I cry at some of these videos, especially when they're very touching. But, it was just like, oh, okay.
Was there one that came up? I thought, well, did Bob Breaking Down kind of, he was expressing how people, I feel like I need to be on this mic.
Me too.
That
weird.
he like had a breakdown
about Naomi.
regarding, like just kind of the life that people look for and have, and then
He did.
Yeah.
Which was kind of out of left field, but it was kind of moving at
getting
the same
choked
time.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he duct taped his head. I know.
Duct tape the wig
Yeah.
on.
Can you...
I don't do that.
Well, but I'm just
that
saying.
Well, he has hair.
I have
pin
a
it on
bald
good.
head, and so I can only imagine how that would feel coming off.
Yeah. Well, they say if you soak in like a warm bath, like a soapy bath, it will come off pretty easily.
Oh.
But I guess that's how you have to do it if you're bald, right?
Do that.
Duct tape.
I don't do that.
Well, you have hair.
Well, I don't use it anywhere. I don't do any of that.
But I mean, if you're bald,
And
there
I
has
haven't
to
gotten
be a
caught
way
out
to
on
get it.
anything, so I must be doing something.
Okay,
Right.
good.
I was also gonna say too, I liked the bit where they all walked into the club purse first.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yes, that
From
was
the-
cute.
Glory that we're seeing from these queens this season. I think they all do really enjoy each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also why, like, when we were watching it, Mark, you said whoever leaves, I'm gonna feel sad about. Whoever
I'm gonna be
leaves.
whoever gets it, I'll be happy for. Whoever leaves, I'll be sad for.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this is actually,
This
I mean,
episode or
This,
just in...
this episode.
yeah.
This episode.
Not that I-
last week.
not that
we
I
know
didn't
that.
like
She's
the
back.
queens last season, but it's just I just felt the top three were not a top three to me.
I
don't
didn't
know.
see, and I didn't watch last season's because I didn't like most of them. But
Yeah.
this season to me has totally caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to really enjoy it as much as I have.
Yeah, it's kind of a...
And I've had so many of my friends tell me they think it's the worst, and I'm like, really? I
I
honestly
just
have been
love
like
it.
so happy with, for the most part.
Yeah, there's a
Pretty happy
definite
with it, yeah.
stark contrast between last season and
Oh,
this season.
completely,
And
completely.
Even the challenges. Now, I will say, this is we're episode 9?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
this season was short.
Yeah,
There were
it's
like
really
14
short.
episodes last season.
There was no Tic Tacs. I'm still
noticed
bitter
that
about the
too.
Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
She wants that Tic Tac.
I want RuPaul to give people Tic Tacs and advice.
Yeah.
There was no TikTok.
I was okay without it personally.
Well,
I'm okay with
I
that.
like tradition.
And maybe because we've had these mirror moments where they've
Oh, by the way. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
what?
That's somebody else is claiming that.
I saw that. I heard that. I heard that.
You heard it here first.
I'm glad they didn't rip me. Well, they did rip me this week, but go ahead.
I didn't hear. I'll have to look.
I haven't listened to this week's. I learned last week's.
Okay.
But maybe we're getting
Last week, that's what I'm talking about.
we're getting more insight, so maybe we aren't getting the necessary sit down because we've heard more about we know Bob's history, we know Kimchi's history, we know Naomi's history.
Yeah.
So maybe we just didn't need it this season.
Right. Or maybe she just wanted to do it.
Or it's coming up. It might be coming up.
Yeah.
You might get a Tic Tac in the future.
In the big finale show?
I hope not. Oh, actually, didn't they do that last? They brought them on the stage and interviewed them one by one. They didn't give Tic Tacs.
With the videos from home. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I do think, there was that we've had this moment before, like the what would you say to your younger self moment, but I do feel for me it was maybe a little bit longer because Ru was trying to have a moment with each of them while they were doing it.
Yeah.
I do like that. I just have, for me, that's a soft spot for me, or for people that don't have that encouragement in their life, that are growing up in these small towns and don't hear those kind of things a lot. So I love that. That for me is a great moment.
But I
to
think
your
that's-
younger self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that's what this show is about. It's
Yeah.
about saying, look, you can be someone like Chi-Chi who thought, or maybe even Bob too, thought they weren't going to be anything, and
Right.
then now they're known everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, this show is definitely that platform for. There's no other show like this on
No.
TV.
No.
Not even there's not even a gay competition of any other sort. So
Right.
it's a good platform for, like you said, the middle America.
Yeah.
Even AfterBuzz TV is a good platform for middle America.
Not just
Exactly.
Middle America. I feel like there are other places in the world where maybe, Kimchi was saying that he's afraid to come out to his mom, because of how traditional his mom is.
Right.
So it's like there are other communities around the world where
I'm from where Jackie was, and my coming out thing was not very easy for me. It's just, I'm 45 minutes outside of LA. It was where I grew up, and it still was kind of a rough time.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't think it's easy. We got really serious
know.
really quick. I was
topic.
gonna start crying.
Wait a minute. You still have moisture left in you?
You know that dark place where my heart used to be?
It's lube, don't worry, guys.
Don't be fooled. Teddy's still with
I have
us.
my sunglasses. I should put them on.
Yeah, because you just read me to
I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, I deserved it because I called you corny last week, and people
like
didn't
being
appreciate it.
it's okay to be corny.
Yeah.
Do you have a book of puns tonight?
No
I said
puns.
book of puns. Hello. Oh, was that last week? Boring. Episode 9.
I wrote the book on puns.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, okay, no.
Episode
All right,
9,
we're
The
done.
Realness.
Yeah.
This is the music video.
The Realness.
You know what was also missing?
I felt like I've heard this song before.
I've heard it all season, actually.
No, I feel like I heard this. I
same-
heard the beat and I was like, isn't this 5 other RuPaul songs?
I do have 2 RuPaul ones on my workout mix, which is Peanut Butter and
Ah.
Sissy That Walk. And let me tell you, when
Yes.
Sissy That Walk comes on, I'm like, I
You know, I will confess, Geronimo is on my cardio list. Mm-hmm. And it's upbeat, and I liked it. And it's mainly because Cameron used to mention it last season with the guy in the video,
Yes.
Serrano, whatever his name was. So that is just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I have no idea where I'm going with the story.
and it relates. You look at what you were saying. You've
Got
heard
it.
that same
The
song,
Realness.
The Realness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
So, jumping into the episode, we start off with Jason Whitmore, who nice to look at, in my opinion.
Not my type.
okay.
They're shooting.
We are not going to fight you for
I
him.
stand alone on this one.
Oh, so you're not
So I
going to
have
go
2.
into Thomas?
No, I was
Oh,
just
you
going
are
to say.
giving up Thomas Roberts
No,
already?
I'm still stalking him. I'm still hounding at his bushes. No, he was just, it's easy on the eyes. And it was the Maxi Challenge was the music video for The Realness,
Yep.
which
I didn't think any of them did poorly.
no, that's what I'm saying.
that's
There was
the thing.
nothing to for me. There was not a whole lot to judge on, and
it's one of these things in the music videos where you're like, I hope judgment doesn't come down to how much you can lift your knees while laying on your back.
Right.
Because to me, that doesn't.
Kenny, you'd win. I mean, you really just went like this.
That
This is what you
was
did.
a
You just went
cheap-
like that, and I was like,
cheap
"Well, I
shot.
gotta hit it now."
Kenny says that all the
Mark, that
time.
was a cheap low blow. Wow.
It's gonna be the name of your autobiography. Wow, I'm on fire today.
That was a good one. I love that.
I'll have you know, my knees can go way farther than my. Wait, what was that? I can't do this.
I'm so interested. What's
No, I can't. I cannot.
Jackie, you started this.
You did.
I'm just saying,
To hell with all of you.
whether or not you're American drag superstar shouldn't rely on how high you can lift your knees.
But I will say,
I agree 100%.
that angle for being shot from photography point of view, like it's what he was saying, like Kimchi's
God bless her.
Yeah, she did.
chin was very up high, but Naomi really impressed me with every move that she did.
Yeah.
You can tell that she studied fashion magazines. You can tell that she's has her poses down, her angles down. Her like couture, what was it? Avant-garde look was awesome, and just like the angle she was giving, it looked like creature alien, which is exactly I think what somebody was saying is that that's what they want when you think, you know, a high fashion avant-garde look.
Well, it's one of those things where she knows her body, and
and
it me as a viewer watching this, it looks simple, and then I have to actually just think if I were, that's what I'm saying.
I get on that couch.
You know what?
For anyone that's done yoga, like, I mean, just, it's like the kind of equivalent of going up and down from boat pose.
Or
so
being
you're
a
like,
total
this
bottom.
is really,
Sorry.
I don't know.
You wouldn't know. It's gotta be a total
Let's
bottom.
play the bunk game. What's your favorite movie?
Where is this going? I am so sorry.
I know, I'm so sorry too.
This was G-rated. We were on track for a little bit.
That boy is a
Well, I'll say this: if the competition was based on throwing your legs up on a box, Derek could have been the winner.
Oh God.
a throuple.
See, I'm looking at all these nice things I'm saying about her today.
You are full of compliments.
Just nothing but kindness.
I thought Chi moved the best though on the box.
I thought it was
I think they
also.
all did well,
It's also interesting
except for Chi.
how instead of, I mean, I guess they had to have them on a box so that they could move a little bit, but I was like, why is that box so goddamn high from the ground?
And why were they?
That's
the
exactly-
They were holding, yeah,
They
they
could
were
hire
PAs.
four other PAs.
They couldn't even hire pit crew. It was
Yeah.
like
Chi-Chi's like,
guess
They're
I
on a
didn't wanna pay
budget.
them for this
They're on a
reason.
Naomi's
budget.
on the other side waving.
that
the-
was so sad.
That was the first thing that caught my eye. I was like, why are they doing?
Listen, if you're America's
why are
next
they
drag
doing the
superstar,
heavy
you
lifting?
gotta hold the veil while the other
That's
drag
right.
queen is
You gotta be
lifting
the
her
bridesmaid.
legs.
Yep, you gotta be the bridesmaid.
So sad. It was funny though.
I don't know if you have this
It was
for
like
your
hazing.
for your quote of the week, but Bob had me rolling when he said I
don't.
started off looking like Viola Davis.
Yes!
And I ended up looking like Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
That was funny.
The
Yeah.
best line for
That
me.
was funny.
That's my quote of the week.
that was funny.
Yeah.
I do have a couple, but
And
I'm narrowing it down as we talk.
and Chi-Chi just proves the best way to lay on the box and have your legs in the air is to be fit. So
Yeah.
it's just again, it's one of those things
Kenny,
where
you sound like you know this.
When the last time Kenny laid on a box without his legs.
why is everybody coming for me tonight? I have been nothing but nice to all
Because
three
you were
of you.
late. Because you were late.
I was 3 minutes late. Come on. When have we ever started this shit on time? We always start on CP time, and I'm the only CP person up here. Anyway, so the flowtography part of the challenge was, it was all right.
It went to Chi-Chi for me.
Yeah,
The
Chi-Chi was
the
best.
laying
And-
down?
Yes.
The laying down?
And Naomi.
I thought it went to
Naomi.
Naomi. I would have said Naomi for that one.
I like Chi-Chi's. I like Chi-Chi's
But
laying
then
down.
when Bob said that Kimchi looked like an upside down turn, Bob had me rolling this episode.
Yeah,
I mean, he's naturally funny, but you know, without Derek there, I had nothing else to go on.
Yeah.
Because Derek, I found Derek highly entertaining. As off, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm
Mark?
just waiting. I'm just waiting.
As
just getting
much-
through it.
Well, I enjoyed Derek on the show.
The seamstress.
Good.
So
I'm really glad that you enjoyed her.
Yeah.
Really
Did you
glad.
enjoy her ironically? Because that's, I think,
Ironically?
how you enjoyed her.
Yeah.
And then what was the avant-garde?
Avant-garde, which Chi-Chi looked amazing.
Now I was expecting the beads to crumble from her again when she kept stepping in that netting. I was like, "What's the reveal this time, Chi-Chi?" Like I
Yeah.
wanted something to bust out.
She looked amazing. In
Yeah,
that
I
gear.
didn't like her makeup for that as much as I did the
Again,
rest
see,
of the
I
time.
was-
And I have to say, when she came out at the very beginning of the show, when they all came out in their robes because they came into the
Yeah,
workroom
yeah.
dressed and ready, she looked just like a performer I worked with in Columbus, Ohio, and who has passed away. But as soon as she walked in, I was like, oh my God, she looks like Jasmine Knight. So a shout out and kisses to Jasmine. She looked just like her from when I first started doing drag, and I was just like, oh my God, it was like surreal for me.
Right.
So. Sorry, I had to digress there for a second and get that in. But I thought other than that makeup, I thought Chi-Chi's makeup this episode flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
And did you notice that they kind of played into the strengths of the different queens? Like, he asked Bob to be funnier. Or, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
more funny.
Yeah.
He told, like, Naomi to do, like, angles up, down, and then, like, Chi-Chi to move and dance. And then, what did they want Kimchi to do?
Just stand there.
Be fierce. They kept saying be avant-garde and stuff and work her.
She has
I loved her avant-garde
I
costume.
did too.
I'm sorry. I don't care what
Yes.
anyone says.
I agree.
Brilliant. The blue hair, everything was
It was
spot
beautiful.
friggin'
It was
on. I don't
beautiful.
care.
Blue feathers on the shoulder with blue hair? Is that
Yes.
right? Okay, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
But
the
then
blue like
colors-
little wings.
And then the colors blended in.
Yeah.
And the thing
Oh,
is,
it was
she
amazing.
has an obsession with feathers. A lot of
Yeah,
her.
The
she
good
does.
thing about
She likes
Kimchi
feathers.
is I probably could wear a lot of her costumes.
Corsets?
This is
So I will not be calling you Naomi,
nice to her.
but
Yeah.
if I need to become friends with Kimchi so I can borrow some of her stuff.
Head to Chicago.
I'm gonna have
she
to.
should just be like designed for like
She's
open up a store.
amazing.
She's
for
beautiful. Like
Amazing.
everything she wears is beautiful.
Yeah.
Her, the one that she was doing in the mirror was beautiful. It's like
glamour.
Speaking of in the mirror, I loved Chi-Chi's.
That's
green
what I
outfit.
said.
I was like,
That's what I said.
mother,
Yep.
that's beautiful. I
Yes.
loved it. I was living for. I wish she would have wore that on the runway.
there was a
Right.
lot
For
of like
them.
when I was looking at these outfits, I'm like, some of these I wish were the runway outfits because
Yeah.
the runway, like once you've seen all these queens go through the show, and I know this is why some of them save the outfits till the end,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like once they go through the show, sometimes it's underwhelming when they get to the runway because you're like, but I saw you in something I liked better earlier.
Right,
Right.
Well, and I didn't like that Michelle was saying to Bob that she needed to wear a gown because
No,
I don't
I
feel
thought
like
Bob
she
looked great.
I thought Bob looked fantastic and she looked like Bob, and it's like
jumping around a little bit, folks.
I know, but they just
We
said,
tend to do that here.
Sinking. Oh my god, this chair's killing me.
Killing is that hex Derek put on you?
Killing me. It probably is. Probably is.
Do you want to switch? I can switch.
No, I'm okay. I'll just keep sinking.
Just hold, like, grab onto me.
Okay, I know. I'm just gonna keep my elbows up
Yeah.
here so I don't.
Never let go,
pull myself
Jack.
up. No, I felt like I thought they all looked great, and the thing what they were told was to wear their best drag, and I felt like that probably was not maybe their absolute best because like you said they wore a lot of great things for the scene, but what was left that was probably their best, and I like that look that Bob did. Like I would do something
I
like
think
that.
we can agree that if I was packing for the show, I would bring more than one my best look. Because
Yeah.
I would probably bring something in the fact if I were ever in the bottom
Well,
two.
arguably every look should be
Well, what I'm
prepared to be
saying-
your best
Arguably,
look.
right?
Well, I mean, if you're Chi-Chi, where you don't have like I thought her black and white gown was a lot better than this one particular one at the end of this
I didn't
episode.
like this one at all because
Well,
it was
we'll talk
so
about it
pageanty to
But
me.
what I'm saying,
And I don't even feel that Chi-Chi's pageanty.
What I was trying to get at is that I would be prepared for more than one. Like in the case I have to lip sync for my life, and I know that I would pull the trigger and bring something out to the runway that's one of my best drag, and then have something on like standby. That makes
Then
sense.
have
Right.
a wig on under your wig.
And then,
Exactly.
Yeah.
so
It's
anyway,
again. I'm gonna give him a little pass because I think it's harder than it
I love
seems,
Bianca's
so.
late arrival to the
Yeah, that was funny.
winner's photo shoot.
I wrote why Bianca. I just didn't understand it.
It was
I
funny.
didn't get why it even needed to be there.
It was funny.
It was funny, but I see what Mark's saying where I thought
Then use
something
her
more
later.
would come
Yeah.
out of it. Like
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be like, and now Bianca has been added to this challenge somehow.
No, I was fine
it
with
got
that.
to a point where I was like, oh, that was it.
I think
Yeah.
Logo probably said, "Hey, we're gonna promote your stand-up thing,
Right.
this
Right.
commercial, but we
Exactly.
need you to stop in real quick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like Bianca, so any excuse
yeah, I
to
love
see
her
her,
too.
I'm happy for.
Yeah.
That's just about it from the video. Oh, you know what was missing?
What?
They're
winner?
usually like a what?
A winner? They didn't name
A
anybody.
Tic Tac?
Okay, so the Tic Tacs were missing. They usually do a little acting skit with Rue.
Yeah.
They didn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know, right?
maybe it's not a part of
Rue
the
just
concept.
doesn't want to do anything.
Well,
No Tic Tacs? No acting? What is this?
Cutting the budget.
No
What
more
has
shade
happened?
tree.
Nor
What
did she
happened?
want to do her makeup this episode.
Completely forgot about the shade tree. Yeah, that makeup was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, here goes Kenny.
I okay, granted, I was looking at the screen that I watched. This is huge screen, and the
Screen that you watched was what? Repainted Rue's makeup?
well,
Oh, were you looking
Shit
at
ball
it?
sack.
Were you looking at it through your Snapchat app?
probably, but it was just one of those things where I didn't mind it. Have we gotten there yet?
Jackie's so upset that she threw
I
her
threw my
water.
water.
her
That's
water.
how much I was upset at you.
Now she
Kenny.
wants champagne. Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we're on the runway.
I love the dress. I love the look. I love.
Really?
No,
Girl.
Kenny.
I even wore pink
Girl.
because I was inspired.
That is a nice shirt.
It
You
wasn't-
just compared it to a fluffy, worn-out vagina, which is what her dress looked like.
It was not
God.
good. It wasn't flattering. Like I feel like I always think of what the judges would say to a girl that was on the runway wearing that, and they would say that's not flattering. It's not cinched enough. It just looked like I don't know. It just wasn't.
Okay, commenters, I'm gonna need a little help on this because I feel like I stand alone on this.
Yeah, I felt
think
very
you do.
upset by it. It looked like a Twizzler. It was like super shiny, and I liked the material, but I didn't think that it was tailored right. Or
No,
something.
I think that it had a lot to do with the tailoring as well.
All right,
I didn't
And
like
the
her
wig.
makeup.
Support me,
I
please.
didn't like her wig. I didn't like
There
any of
was
it.
no tailoring.
I liked it. I thought it was different.
Was that her best drag?
No.
Hope not.
It was a very weird. The makeup had cool. It was a
I
pink
liked
and
the
purple.
makeup. Yeah, I liked it.
The colors could have been. I'm sorry.
And maybe
trying.
and maybe this has to do with the fact that where the backdrop she's sitting on is already kind of like
That color.
That color.
Like this
And-
color.
Yeah, and so it was like the makeup
Yeah.
just it was like too blended into the background.
You know what it looked
Purple.
like? It looked like what Kim Chi and Bob did to Naomi's makeup at the beginning.
Come on.
Oh, Kenny,
It wasn't that bad.
you're being outvoted here, Kenny.
Come on. Support
Oh,
me.
except for Cam said, "It's all right, Kenny. It wasn't bad."
Aw.
Who said that, Cam?
Cam.
Thank you, Cameron.
What Cam agree with you for once?
For once.
That was the first time.
So I thought it was. I liked it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good for
You can wear it when you go see Derek.
Done. I'll take
We
you with
had-
me.
We'll just throw a silk sheet over it.
Exactly.
No, I'll just put on a bustier and then some panties and call it a day.
Is that what you wore when you went on drag that one time?
Probably. No.
I really want to see that picture still.
You'll never see
It's
it.
in my Instagram.
Oh.
How dare you, lady?
Oh, and Kenny.
If you look far enough back in my Instagram, you can see it.
Right?
I deleted them.
Oh. Did you?
He's lying.
I will tonight.
Get
No.
those followers.
So runway. You want to jump into
yeah.
it? Best drag.
Yeah.
I thought they all looked great. I really did.
No, I'm disagreeing
Chi-Chi's
with
was
you guys.
so pageanty, and I'm never.
I didn't dislike
Do you want to go in
it.
order or just start with
I
Chi-Chi?
liked her from the neck up. I'm just not interested in like pageant outfits. I've never.
Well, see, and
been
this is the
interested in
problem
pageant
with
outfits.
Michelle because I think that's what Michelle wanted Bob the drag queen to do is pageant dress.
Right.
Yeah,
Which,
which
I
is
mean-
why I liked Bob's. I was like, all right, pants, let's go.
And I don't feel like she wore pants like that a lot.
No.
I think
But-
she wore them maybe in like challenges and stuff like that. But like on the runway, I don't remember her
No.
wearing leggings and stuff like that.
No.
So and I was waiting too to see if they were gonna put pictures up,
Yeah.
like to prove, because I was like, well, I don't remember that. So you can comment below if I'm wrong.
This is Bob, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that the jacket would have been better without the white spots if it was just like a sequin black, so it was a little bit more sleek?
I just
That didn't bother. That kind of.
It didn't bother me.
I thought it kind of had like a cow print a little too much.
It didn't bother me.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just I just when I think best, I think of like go over the top and
But that's
wow
but
me.
everybody's not over, like my best, as Raven would say, is her birthday dress that she makes fun of every week. So it just what I mean. Like everyone has, and what is best for me is something that like I just feel like is very Lorraine, or I feel is very like what I mean. Like I feel good when I have it
Right.
on. That's what's best to me. You know what I mean?
I think maybe I've just seen better that I've liked better on Bob, but maybe that's what Bob feels most comfortable in.
Yeah.
It's like what Bob said.
And
this
he
is
did
what
say,
I perform
yeah,
in.
this
So
is what he would wear.
And for Kimchi, I was like, she's always her best. So it's kind of, you see that and you're like, well, of course it's going to be fabulous because.
And I agreed with Michelle. She said, Kimchi, I don't think that there was a look challenge that she did not nail.
No, she got every one of them.
Every single one of them on that runway, Kimchi hands down gets it.
I will say for Chi-Chi, you said that you didn't like the gown on her.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I thought because Chi-Chi has a broad shoulder, and I didn't think,
hard.
and I didn't think that we saw like that broad of a shoulder. Like I thought that the strap it had like a cool back detail, and I thought that kind of shrunk that figure down a little bit. So
Right.
and
then
the
she
make-
padded her hips.
It makes a difference to
Yes.
be padded and corseted too. Then it
Yeah.
makes it look a little bit more
Yeah.
I
proportional.
didn't mind the silhouette. What I mind are these dresses that literally looked like like they're purchased from like David's Bridal. And to me, it's that.
I wish I could afford David's Bridal.
Did you like the hair, the buns?
Oh, I love the hair. I
Yeah.
love the hair.
Yeah.
But
And the makeup
I
was
just.
You said from the shoulders up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my
Okay.
question to you is, what would you have liked to see her in? Something like, give me an example.
I actually like the fact that Chi-Chi has become known kind of as the innovative queen. So I would have almost liked. I
She
liked.
should have wore her paper dress from last week.
Yeah.
Or made something.
Made something
like that.
You know, I liked that. Even in the video, she had that the avant-garde dress kind of looked like it was like netting over something else. I'm like, that's really interesting to me.
I
Like
didn't like
to
that
me,
one.
Chi-Chi always uses unexpected materials.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this was like not Chi-Chi to me. It
I didn't
was-
mind it.
I liked it.
I didn't mind it. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
But
I thought she looked
yeah,
great.
I don't
thought she
know.
did too.
I've been like a Chi-Chi cheerleader this last like 3 weeks, and I had such a reaction.
I was watching you. Yeah.
I am having a hard
Well,
time tonight.
I knew she was
think
gonna go home.
I
like
kinda-
Chi-Chi, but I knew
I
she
fell
was
in
gonna
love with her back when they were doing the leotards and she lip synced for her life. And it was just after that, it just like I every episode she's either said something or done something. She even said it herself that she's never really like thought she was funny. She hated her she hates her accent. She hates where she's from.
Yeah.
And I think this is which is kind of a good thing about the show is that she's learning more and more about herself.
yeah.
Yeah.
So her look, I didn't mind it tonight. I think it suited her. I thought she looked the dress fit it really well, and
and it was to the ground, a little bit longer than to the ground,
Right.
which I love.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I love.
So Kim Chi,
It's hard to do.
Feathers.
have you seen the movie Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that little thing on
that's a
their
very
head, that's
Donnie
what
Darko
that's what I
kinda
thought
mask.
of when I saw that. She looked interesting. It was interesting.
Did you like the mask on? I want to ask the
I
panel.
wasn't crazy
Did.
about it.
I did. I liked it. I thought it worked with
I
the
just feel
outfit.
like it covered her makeup. Like there was a lot going on
Not
underneath.
her eyes.
But
Her eyes were completely visible.
The only thing I think some people suffer from this who are like Kimchi, where they're super creative and they want to do all these different things. There's a moment where you step back and you say, okay, I need to edit. And usually Kimchi doesn't actually have that problem. It's usually like, for some reason, everything, even though it's a lot, it all falls into place. I felt like maybe if she, like that gold necklace was like too much to me with all the other things going on. I felt like maybe if she had removed that, it would have, I guess, felt...
I'm a firm believer in more is less. More.
Less is more.
No.
more is less.
More is less.
a
I
drag
just like,
queen.
it's a drag queen. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, put it on. Raven makes fun of me because I'll do that. I wear like a ton of necklaces. And I'm like, did you leave anything in your jewelry box? I'm like, no.
So you're Jocelyn
I want-
Fox.
Yeah. Well, not quite that bad.
And see,
but
I
I don't mind it. Like, it doesn't bother me like it does.
I thought if the mask had incorporated a little bit of the gold, like something like a detail, because we've seen Kim Chi in headpieces, and I think almost a lot of like 90% of her looks has been with like some kind of headpiece like that. We've seen the moon, we've seen the rose last week, and if that's what she thinks is her best drag, it's like changing her shape and her style of or even her head. And I didn't care for the mask. I think what you said, it kind of hid her face, but I don't know. I think Kim Chi delivers with awesome looks.
Yeah.
She's never
I
failed.
agree.
She's never failed.
Yeah.
What about the nails too? I'm
I
kind
love
of
her
over them? Are you kind of
nails.
over them?
Oh, I love
Oh,
them.
I love that.
I mean, it's kind of like what do you call it? A signature piece for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, Jay. I was like, she's going to pull out the nails again. And
I
we've
didn't,
seen it.
but it was still different though.
was just a
I don't know.
different
It didn't bother
color.
me.
I want
don't know.
feathers on the nails.
I just love. See, I hate when they don't. Like if I could have women's, it's hands down the number one thing about drag I love the most.
Nails.
Is putting on nails. I used to hate it, and now I'm just like, I don't feel done unless the nails are on. And I
text
just
like
watch,
this.
and my friends make. I love it, and I'm always like, and I'm tapping, and I don't know what it is about them. I'm just like, I feel complete when I have these on. So when they don't have nails,
and when you see Derek, you just scratch your eyes out with the
I'm
nails.
just like,
Do you play with the catnip too? What's that?
that's my cat.
Naomi Smalls.
I liked it. I really did like it. I
The
liked
thing
it.
that bothered me about it was that it looked wrinkled. And I was like, don't they have a steamer back there?
They
I'd
pointed.
said fabric though. That's
Derek pointed it out last week, and I actually paid attention. I realized that her wigs aren't. They're all the same. There's nothing really like. She's never worn anything big, and you can tell that it's not like taped down. It actually kind of bothered me when someone points something out, and now I'm paying attention.
Right.
It bothers me.
So
I
didn't dislike it though. I thought it worked well
like
with the costume.
All the short hair wigs she had, like the Scarecrow wig and the music video wig, I loved it. But like anything that's like long and straight, I'm just I've seen it over and over again.
But I like her long hair thing because it works with her silhouette, the way she moves.
I know, and I get it, and I'm not 100% with boy body. I don't like it on her in this episode.
Was she padded on her butt?
I don't think she was padded.
think she was padded either.
Okay.
And she didn't have boobs in either.
No.
Which I normally have a problem with, and I don't know why I'm letting her
because
slide.
she cut it in a shape that looks like someone who would just have small boobs.
Yeah.
Would you like the color if it was different?
I didn't mind the color.
Okay.
Pink is my favorite color.
There is something I know that it was like a Cher kind of inspired look, and there was something about it that just didn't click for me.
No. It's like best drag. I'm thinking like over the top, like everything, like what Mark just said. Put everything on. she literally had no accessories.
Yeah.
No, she had tons of accessories.
She looked beautiful.
She
though.
had like rings on every finger.
Yeah, I mean, but like
almost.
the neck was bare. I mean, it was just for me. It was a little underwhelming. She looked great, but
Not her best.
I want to see like wings and fucking like. I want
Everybody
to see
doesn't have that.
all.
You're
And
never
we
going to
wanna
see
see it
Lorraine
all.
in wings.
And it's like we all have our own interpretation of where these girls have like really shined, and now maybe this just isn't our favorite looks for them. But
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe this like
Like I've
Naomi,
seen them look better.
Yeah. That paper dress I thought last week was awesome.
Oh,
I
it
thought it
was
was awesome.
phenomenal.
Which
Yeah.
one of
It was
the
well
viewers said,
constructed.
like from a construction point of view,
Yeah.
was
Really
and
well
it's
constructed.
Really, when you see everything on Untucked, which I'm so happy you get a longer view of everything
Yes.
Yeah.
and a different lighting, and you can see how beautiful it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how hard it is to sit down in a paper outfit.
Right?
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't like these kind of were a little underwhelming, and I'm notorious for being underwhelmed. I am not gonna I am not gonna go.
I'm not
apologize.
gonna apologize.
Not apologizing.
Yeah.
No RuPaulology.
No
Can
apologies.
we go through the panel real quick and just talk about like who out of the four who like caught your attention and where in the competition? I just kind of want to like
Wait, the panel? Wait, what?
like you guys like who out of the I guess the top four like where was like the moment that you guys noticed like Kimchi or Bob or somebody like who do you think is going in? Who did you notice and when did you notice them?
Bob, episode 1.
Yeah.
I mean, he just came out of the gate.
Yeah.
You know, episode 1. Naomi's redemption with the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Runway, amazing. I guess I'm just gonna continue.
Yeah,
Chi-Chi was after her first lip sync when she had that pink leotard and it looked awful. She redeemed herself, and then her paper dress and her black and white dress.
Yeah.
I just and her upside down the acting challenge when they did the talking.
Bitch Perfect.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
me for her.
Who else?
Kimchi.
Kimchi was always like high on my
Episode
radar.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode
Alright.
1.
I think we all picked Bob and Kimchi in
We all
our
did.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mark picked Derek. I know that.
That's just rude.
I had also. Yeah.
We had a fan ask, and I thought it was an interesting question. Marcus Magic
Yes.
was wondering if we think the top four is a reaction to last season's racist attacks on Jasmine and Kennedy, and I don't like. I wanted to address it here because I don't think that there's like an easy response to that because I feel like Rue has always been inclusive of Rue's black, so it's like she's always been inclusive of different races. And and we've had
Are you
know
serious?
we've had black drag queens win. So
Well, the first
We
3
have.
seasons were all black.
yeah,
First 2.
3.
Raven? I mean, Raja is black?
Yeah.
yeah, Raja's black.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of a hard question because it's like maybe it's hard to say that maybe Rue was trying to say like all like there are drag queens of all different shapes and sizes that are great, but I feel like she's always saying
Well,
that.
just let's look at it. I mean, out of the last couple of seasons, how many contestants were black? How many were of white? Or how many were ethnic and how many were white? It's been the number has been higher on the white side. I honestly don't think that race has any
I don't think so either.
bearing
I really don't.
on the show whatsoever. I think it just so happens that the top four happen to be non-white, and I don't think it has any bearing on past,
Yeah.
you know.
They're just talented.
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like this season, like we were talking about last season, like this season was just so, I don't know. I felt like, and I made a note for myself to not to forget to say this today. Everybody this season, I felt really wanted it, really was giving 100%, other than Derek. And
he gave 100%. Come on.
well,
He gave
Give him a
100% of what he could give.
Yeah. And he only got
Jackie.
1 hour sleep the
Thank
night
you, Jackie.
before.
Yeah,
Come
whatever.
on.
1 hour.
Excuses.
Show some
So I hope
respect.
that this is my plea to season 9 girls, that you really paid attention to this season, because I really feel like you can learn a lot from this season.
Yeah.
Take the critiques. Don't take it personally. Be willing to adapt.
Yeah.
Be willing to try other things. Don't feel like just because you've been doing it for a long time. I know I've been doing it a long time. There's still stuff I don't know. There's still stuff that I haven't, tried and I don't feel like if I was on, I would be so like, well, no, I just can't do that because that's not what I do. I'd be like, well, this is my version of that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to find your thing in there. And I really, really hope that they continue with this, because I was pleasantly surprised with this season.
What do we think about? Does that answer your question?
Cam just said Raja isn't black.
That's what I. That's
And
what
she's
I
half
thought.
black.
I don't have an
Well, I
opinion.
think Naomi is half black.
Right. Well,
So-
she's adopted.
She's adopted.
she's a
So,
bastard child.
I don't know.
Wait, is this Game of Thrones? Are we allowed to say that? She's a
Dawn
snow.
Snare. Yeah.
She's
She's
a
a
snow.
snow.
What do you guys think of the? See, and this is why I don't like the question and answer. I like the kid. You talk to your younger self. That's fine. But like some of the question and answer, like, what do you think you should be America's Next Drag Superstar? It's very pageanty, and I just don't like it.
I just wish Kim Chi would have said she's never lip synced for her life. I wish she would have said that.
And Bob brought up the performance, which I thought was smart on Bob's part. I agreed with. I thought Chi Chi had the best answer, but it just wasn't rehearsed enough. I think that it didn't come out
Right. I
Right.
agree with that.
I thought Naomi had the best answer.
really.
Yeah, and I think it speaks to what they were saying to Naomi a little bit earlier, where they were like, "You're consistently you have a good spirit. You're the kindest. You're the kindest queen." And I don't know. I always like that quality where it's like you get up there and you know you're fabulous, but you can still be humble.
Yeah.
I just like that Chi Chi said, I'm funny, I can perform, and I can give you looks. And like, so she said, I can do what all these other 3 girls up here can do. I'm well-rounded. That's how I took it.
But I think one of the reasons why she didn't make it was she didn't articulate as well.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what it came down to, because when it came down to it and they were talking, when the judges were deliberating, I was like, I can't choose one over the other.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed watching all 4 of these girls over the course of the season.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I'm gonna take myself out of this, and whatever happens, happens, and I don't want any of them to go home. I was actually hoping that she would keep all 4.
I was real. When she said,
I could tell you were in shock.
I thought she was gonna say, Chi Chi, you're moving on. You're like, you're the winner of this week. And when she said you're not continuing on, I was like, Chi Chi during the lip sync to get there was giving like different levels, like playing with the platform, moving across the stage. I mean, no offense to Kim Chi, but I don't even know if she knew all of the lyrics.
No,
and not to throw Kim Chi, but Bob, like, it just wasn't Chi Chi had that performance.
right.
I don't know. I'm defending her.
I honestly
think
think that it's because out of all of them, Chi Chi's lip synced twice.
But
Yeah.
I think that also had to,
It's like when you add up all of the challenges up until this
Yeah,
point,
I get it.
Chi Chi has overcome a lot.
Yeah.
But all of the rest of the
And I'm happy
other
with the other 3.
But I don't-
and not to knock Chi Chi. I love Chi Chi. I love Chi Chi.
I don't think that should had a whole lot to do with who goes forward.
because we saw Thorgy go home never having lip sync before. and winning challenges.
Yeah, it's just this
hard.
episode sucked.
Yeah,
and the respect that one of them had to go home, and I like them all.
Me too.
And now it's just even now I'm just like, I don't know who I don't have one favorite over the other. I'm gonna genuinely be happy for all 3.
Yeah.
Whoever wins.
But Chi Chi did go out in class and said that $100,000 won't buy you what she learned.
Yeah,
So,
I like that.
I liked it.
I like that.
She's my pick for All Stars.
My Miss Congeniality pick.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, P.S. Cam just said Raja is Indonesian and Dutch.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you,
Raja
Cameron.
trivia.
Trivia.
So we only have 2 blacks.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we gotta wrap it up. You guys want to do
went
our
so
all-star
fast.
predictions and then our predictions for the show?
Yeah.
At the end of the show?
Yeah.
You want to start?
I feel like I always start. So, Jackie, do you ever start?
Ladies
All
first.
stars, Derek Barry.
Oh, pseudo ladies.
We
You
wanted
took Mark's pick. How dare you do that? Mark,
Such
I'll let you double up. If you want to say Derek Barry as well, go for it.
We're picking for All Stars?
Yes.
Oh, because I know what you're doing, because I had suggested that we pick somebody that we should be on All Stars that should go home first. So that's what you were doing.
Whatever you think,
Got
Mark.
it. Got it. I get you, girl. All right, I'm going with Chi-Chi.
You can't. I just said that.
Can we all go
Oh, you
with
did?
Chi-Chi and then go
No.
home?
You didn't
Okay.
say anybody.
I did say I'm going with Chi-Chi, but
Play
go
the
for
Oh, I
it.
thought you said
No,
she was.
you go ahead. You pick.
Well, I can pick someone else.
No.
I have another person. I have a backup plan.
No, I have a backup.
Okay.
Alaska is mine. I want to see it.
She'll probably be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably will be.
And I've read that she is, but I would actually like to see her.
Yeah. I would. I'm gonna go with Pearl. I like Pearl.
See, I grew to like her. Not quite as
we're on
much
the
as some of
same-
the others, but I did grow to
I
like
did grow to like her. Okay.
All right.
So let's pick Miss Congeniality. Who are you gonna think? Who do you think?
Chi-Chi for me.
I actually do think it's going to be Chi-Chi.
I'm really thinking that Cynthia Lee Fontaine is going to get it, regardless of her going home
I
early.
agree,
I think
too.
that they're still going to give it to her.
I agree.
think they're going to give it to her.
I agree.
And I
with
think
it.
that they should.
All right. Who's gonna win? All
All
The whole enchilada.
All the marbles?
$100,000 or less than in taxes.
Bob the drag queen.
She picked Bob.
I say Bob.
I'm going Bob too.
I'm gonna go with Kim Chi.
No.
I think Kim Chi is gonna win it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I love them all,
I-
but I
yeah.
think Kim Chi is gonna win.
Okay.
So
All right.
Notice one black person said one thing, and then the other 3 whiteys. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of that. Sorry. That's our show. Let's end this right now. Jay, where can they find you?
Instagram at don't_be. Oh my god, every week. Don't_be_jealous and Twitter still_jealous.
You know what I'm gonna do for you? I used to write my own on a sheet of paper and do it
I'm just
myself.
gonna hold it up. Go here.
Yeah, that's what I did last time.
Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love. LORAYNELOVE.
123 Jackie B on all platforms.
And I'm at Kenny C. Harrison, Instagram, Twitter. Check me out on The Good Wife this Sunday. It's the finale.
Yay.
Please watch it. We love the show. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank
Leave your
you.
comments below. We won't be here next week. 2 weeks from now. We'll
Maybe.
do it. We'll decide. We'll tweet.
We'll
so
let you
follow
know.
us on Twitter.
We'll keep you posted.
We'll keep you posted. But definitely follow us in 2 weeks for the finale. Thank you guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
For sure.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Drag you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.